Welcome back to Sushimi's House. I'm your loving host, Master Sushimi. Joined today by my sweet sibling, Ice Bubbie.
Hello.
We're back with some more Horizon Forbidden West. Last time we got Demeter back, and we kind of formed a loose plan for GAIA absorbing Hephaestus. And now we're just, debriefing.
Yes, though he prefers to spend most of the time alone. He appears to be collating data on war machine progression and significant battles during the Pharaoh Plague, to aid in the creation of a war map of Operation Enduring Victory. I believe he aims to study the tactics of old world warfare.
I'd be interested in seeing that.
It appears to be a private pastime for him.
Oh.
He has repeatedly declined my offers to assist his research.
So now that you have Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon, how's the biosphere looking?
In the local region, conditions have improved. Superstorms have subsided, water sources have been purified, and soil conditions remediated.
That's something.
Hell
These
yeah.
improvements will stave off environmental collapse for a few additional months.
Great.
Well, with luck, soon you'll have Hephaestus. Then you'll be able to fix the biosphere for good, right?
Correct. I will be able to design and produce robotic agents to
Sorry, my water bottle got noisy.
Yeah.
environmental damage that has accumulated.
There's something I've been wondering. How could Ted Pharaoh create a clearance level higher than Alpha? Elizabeth made sure he wouldn't interfere with the project.
It is plausible he tasked his own engineers with creating a backdoor to the Zero Dawn system, without Elizabeth's knowledge.
Right.
My predecessor did not even know of its existence until he activated it to purge the Apollo database. It is, in effect, a blind spot. One that will allow us to subdue Hephaestus.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, thanks to Beta's information, we know where Omega clearance may be procured.
Right. Somewhere in San Francisco.
Well, that wasn't Beta's help. That was the other girl. That was Alva.
Well, no, but she did say we know it's somewhere in San Francisco, which is not information we had.
Oh, that's right.
So our plan to capture Hephaestus. Let's go over it again.
As you wish. Thanks to Beta's test, we now know that Hephaestus will not respond to your Alpha clearance. Which is why you will need to procure Ted Pharaoh's Omega clearance.
Right. From his personal bunker, Thebes.
While you are gone, I will assist Beta in building the transport rig and pulse generators. When we get to Gemini, I will need to be installed on one of the facility's cores. The second core is for Hephaestus. Using Omega clearance will allow you to trap it.
And then you'll be able to absorb it.
Not quite. You will need to manually remove Hephaestus's malicious code before the merge.
How long will that take?
There are calculations I still must run, but I estimate a few hours.
That makes
Damn.
sense.
And
I mean,
during
if
that
it's
time,
so
the
big
others
that
will
it
create
can't be contained on one of
distractions
those
for us using the
kernels.
pulse
Yeah.
generators, right?
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device. The energy surge should mask our activities until the merge is complete.
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. Sounds like a plan.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So the facility where I recovered Demeter used to be a Pharaoh agricultural research facility. It's where they created the biomass conversion system, but also adamantine wreath. Did Elizabeth know they were working on that?
It is likely she was briefed on other efforts to combat the machine swarm, though her focus was devoted only to Zero Dawn.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. But they actually got the wreaths to work. If they've been able to deploy it against the Pharaoh Plague in time,
Using the data you recovered on the project, I ran several simulations and have concluded that it would never have worked.
Oh.
Oh.
In all scenarios, The Pharaoh war machines would eventually hack and deactivate the wreath before they could contain the swarm.
So Zero Dawn really was the only solution.
Oh.
There was a lot of data in the greenhouse facility about agriculture. Do you think it'll help the Quen fix their homeland?
I will run a query.
Oh, thank you.
Complete.
No.
No.
The data contains information about novel crop production methods, which may be beneficial to the tribe in the long term.
But new crops aren't going to save the world. So I guess it's on us.
Yep.
It is.
So,
Fair.
so yes, but nothing's going to help as much as what you're doing here.
So Gemini has
Right.
2 data cores. I've never seen a cauldron like that.
Yeah,
But
what
you
was the
mentioned
purpose of
something
it?
about seismic activity?
When my predecessor attempted to build the cauldron, construction was disrupted by a series of earthquakes. The data core had already been built, but the rest of the facility sustained damage. So, she began again. A second core was built. However, when more tremblers occurred, she abandoned the
Tremblers?
site.
Yeah, interesting.
Lucky for us.
I've heard of
Earthquakes still
trembles
happening?
and tremors, but never
No.
tremblers.
Though they did also create instabilities in other facilities in the region.
Trembling tremors.
I think we're good on the...
Yeah.
See you later, guys.
Until next.
All right.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Mom. Thanks.
Love you.
Love you.
Mean it.
Love you, mean it.
Cat the worst kind of person. Oh, everybody has new
Oh,
info
okay.
for
Never
us.
mind. I'm glad you said let's keep going because you're damn right. Everybody's got something to say.
I kind of figured that would happen because that was like
What's to say about you
the
going west?
first major
Turns out
checkpoint.
we need one last thing before we can grab Hephaestus.
Because it would have been too easy otherwise.
Yeah.
Anything happen I should know about?
Zoe asked us to help her bring more plants in here.
Yeah, there's more plants
Not for
every
eating,
time.
Apparently.
Every
You
time
ask
we
me,
walk in here,
it's
there's
as
more
fine
and
as it
more
is. You know, metal might be
Utaru stuff,
plain, but
so.
it's sturdy. Nothing wrong with that. Who needs a bunch of vegetation?
I will say to Aaron's point, more vegetation invites more bugs.
Yeah.
So like,
Also, damn girl, you gotta water all of this. But hey, whatever. If you got the
honestly.
time and patience.
You still scared of him?
Oh, she thinks she's funny. Actually, I played strike with him.
oh,
I
Oh.
had to fill in most of the conversation myself, but I'm still alive.
Good to hear it. Bet you're used to that focus by now.
Well, I can hit machines in their weak points. I guess that's something. I wish all the other data was as easy to deal with. Now, to be honest, it's hard to understand half of what's on there. And then the other half reminds me, well, this isn't a fight you can win by just waving a hammer.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what I do. But
Yeah.
hey, that just means I gotta study harder. Now, make myself useful.
Just give it time.
I like the spirit, Aaron.
yeah, same.
I appreciate you.
You've been looking at any interesting data?
I asked
Porn.
GAIA to find me something to look at a while back, and she found the mother of all forges. They called it sports.
Oh no.
Turns out the old ones
Oh,
spent a lot
man.
of time
Did they
My boy
called
discovered
it?
Madden.
They
punching
call-
each other
I was about to say
points
FIFA.
in one game or another. Are you mixing some solid food and fresh ale? I bet half the claim will be lining up to watch.
God, so they don't have sports.
That's wild.
That's crazy to think about.
I know.
That they don't have some
I think I know
kind.
the answer.
The closest thing they've come up with to entertainment is strike, which is basically
GAIA
weird
mentioned
chess.
this, other tribe you found?
And then
Quen?
fighting.
They sound
Huh?
like a nasty
And then
bunch.
fighting.
Yeah, I mean
the-
fighting, but
the
that's more of a
tournaments.
survival thing.
Yeah, no, the
Meantime,
tournaments or whatever
Varl
the
will
hell.
help you get ready for
you were
what
supposed
comes
to do.
next.
Take care.
Well,
of yourself.
that's for the Tanakh, then. I don't think it's for entertainment.
Oh, I thought they had something like that. Or the training grounds. That's what I was thinking
Yeah.
of. Wow.
So, like, this is,
Ayla,
I mean,
you're
I guess
here.
when you're so focused on survival,
Quit
like,
already?
it would be
Not yet.
stupid for you to be like, hey, I
all the
came up
trouble you
with,
went
I
through
made a
getting
ball,
those
and, like, I want to chase it with some
Seems
friends.
unfair. You have to deal with these Quen on your own too.
It's safer this way. They think I'm Sobek or something like that. They won't hurt me, but I doubt they'll be so kind to anyone else.
If you say so.
It is
Let me
interesting
know if
because,
you need anything
you know,
before you
the
go.
Farzinas are supposed to be like nice and clean and whatever.
You better
And then
not
you
be
have
slacking off
Ayla,
on
who's
your
like the
studies while
more
I'm gone.
rugged of the
And
two
risk Zoe coming
clones.
after me? I value my life.
But
In fact, I've been reading about Ted Farrow. How he
Aloy
destroyed the world and
looks like she has
crawled
makeup
into a
on.
hole after killing those
I
who
noticed that when
saved
they
him.
were the two of them
Definitely was a
standing next to
piece
each
of
other,
work.
like she looks like she's got eyeliner slash eyeshadow on.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a funny detail considering
Hope
that, like,
Zoe's not
with
upset
her
I'm
being the more
distracting you
rugged,
from
quote
your
unquote,
training.
tomboyish one, you'd
Yeah,
think,
I
like,
don't
she
think
wouldn't
you have to worry
do
about
that. So, like, I don't know.
What do you mean? What happened?
Yeah, I feel that.
But before
It's one of
Zoe
those
found a way
things,
to
right?
fix the
Like,
land gods, I
the
suggested that when Gaia was fully restored, she could just make new ones.
Well, once we get Hephaestus, that's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, but she didn't like that.
That's what I said. But I guess there was something about my tone she didn't like.
Not your tone, it's
She
the...
got pretty raw. Said I didn't understand the way her tribe feels
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
machines.
Like,
that would be
they're
like,
attached.
hi,
True,
you're a
of
little,
course.
you're a
And
sweet
the
little
last thing I'd
baby
ever wanna
dog,
do is dismiss their
foo-foo. I mean,
traditions.
yeah, it's sick and can
But I
die, but
was
then you
trying
can
to
just
look
buy
at things
Fifi.
differently.
I mean, it's
no.
almost
More like
an even
you,
deeper
you know?
connection. It's like
See
the
a
implication that
machine
if your
as
child
just a
gets sick and
machine.
dies, you can just have another child.
Oh, God.
Trouble there,
Oh,
didn't
you
I?
mean like that nurse that
Not
when
your
our
fault.
mom was like,
Don't
hey, I want to
worry.
get my tubes tied after having me, she was like, but what if one of your kids
Did
dies?
you
And our
talk
mom
to
was like,
Zoe
are
after
you
your fight?
fucking did you just
I
say that to
suffered
me?
through a few hours
Yeah.
of glaring silence. Then
yeah.
she seemed to move on. Sort of. How do people do this? How do I know if the next thing I say won't blow up in my face? What if an apology is not enough next time?
You give her a stuffed animal?
You're the worst. You know that?
You're asking the actual
If
worst
you think I know
person for
anything
this.
about any of this, you're on your own.
Abandoning me
Everybody
again,
here is
huh?
emotionally stunted.
Well,
There's
if she
nobody
kills
you
me
could
next
turn
time,
to
it's
except
on
for the
you.
person who's mad at you.
This is such a sweet conversation, but it's just,
Well, Beta
it's so
and Gaia
like
built the
two
rig. Can you
disasters
get
trying to
everyone
work
ready for the
something
mission
out.
ahead?
Of course.
What is it?
Nothing. It's just that everything's about to change.
Big
We'll
time.
get Gaia, and she'll help us set things right. No more zeniths, no more derangement. It'll be a different world. I welcome it, but I wonder how the Nora will react. And the Karja, and well,
That's actually really insightful.
Yeah.
Let's just focus on fixing Gaia for now.
you're right.
No foresight.
We've got an angry
Because
AI
suddenly
to take
machines
down.
won't be enemies. They will be, like, important tools.
Right, so it's like, should
I
you
get a
really
Omega
be
clearance and then
taking
we
out
grab
taking
Hephaestus,
down machines for
we might
parts
finally have the advantage
Right,
of the
yeah,
facility.
to then make things?
Can't wait to see their faces
Probably
as they
not.
stare down a bunch of charging thunderjaws.
Better them than us, for once. I'll be in touch if I...
We'll be ready. Everyone's been
Thank
briefed on
you,
the pulse
Varl.
generators as well.
Good.
Ayla doesn't say it, but I'm gonna say it. Thank you.
You're reliable, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Zoe, listen.
So, can we get your side of the story?
I know
Aloy,
he's a bit of a
I hear
peewee
you're going
head.
further west past the Tanakh clanlands.
Do you
Girl,
know anything about the area?
I told him
Only
to get you a
hearsay.
stuffed animal.
The Utaru tell stories
like,
of an
dude,
island
really?
that lies beyond the western coast. They call it the Isle of Spires. It is said the old ones built towers there that touch the sky, so they could live far away from the earth that bore them. As if they didn't want to be reminded that they'd one day return to it.
Sounds like something
Zoe
Ted
says
Farrow would
cool
do.
ass shit sometimes.
Yeah, but also
About those
it
gremlins
sometimes
we're
seems a
hunting.
little bit
We still need
pedantic.
to harvest their control cores.
To fix the land gods, right. I'll let you know as soon as I make it back out there.
Thank you.
You ever play that board game Aaron set up?
Strike? I'm the one who gave it to him. I was hoping it'd distract him enough to spare us that ruckus he calls death metal. No such luck.
Now he just plays Strike while listening to death metal. He's like
You
a
and Varl doing okay?
podcaster listening.
Training, I mean.
We're doing fine. Although I admit it'd be nice to take a small break from studying, just the two of us. But then who'd look after Erend?
There's always Katalo.
Leave a loud Oseram with a brooding Tanakh. What could go wrong?
Yeah,
What's
that's
everyone
it. That's
been
where
up
you're
to?
leaving that.
You're right.
I've been
We
trying
need
to
Alva
share
in
some of
here.
my meals with Beta. Thought it might help her feel more at home. Maybe even get her to sleep up here instead of in that dark basement. She would not be moved.
I appreciate you trying.
Patience reaps the best harvest. I'm not giving up hope yet.
Thank you, Zoe. That's very kind of you.
How much have you read on Ted Farrow?
Enough to wonder how a man who worked so hard to heal the world once could let greed and pride condemn it so easily. For
Yeah,
one
it's
spirit to
kind of
diminish in
wild.
such a way, I'm not sure if I should hate him or pity him.
Oh, one more.
It looked like you were working on something over there.
With Gaia now growing in strength, I've been trying to find a way to heal the land gods, even if some people think I should give up on them.
Already said I was sorry.
Your friend thought it'd be a good idea to replace the land gods with new machines when Gaia recovers.
It wasn't.
The land gods have taken care of our people for generations. They are not some broken toy to be thrown away. Even if they are just machines doing their job, to abandon them in their time of suffering seems cruel.
I'm sure Varl understands that too.
Yep,
He
he
does
hears
now.
you.
I had to get pretty mad at him at first, though.
You know I can hear you guys, right?
Thank you, Ro.
I'm glad they finally addressed that because he is right there.
He's right there.
Get going.
It's
Hopefully
not like
we
he
can bring
walks
back what we
away
need.
when we talk.
He exudes a wife guy aura, so
gonna
like
need
he
everyone's
just can't move
help.
away
We'll
from
be back.
Zoe. So he will always just hear whatever she has to say.
That's so funny.
Catalo, I'm right here. Catalo.
I already said I was sorry.
So funny.
Let's go, homie.
Well, I didn't
Got a
think we
minute?
can still be recording
many
at this
as you
point.
I have to travel beyond the western coast.
To the ruins, shrouded in fog.
I could tell.
Yes,
My dad.
and I'm looking for a tribe, the Quen. I encountered them once before. They said they came from across the Great Ocean. I was hoping that to know
my mic.
more about them.
There were rumors of trespassers in the area, but we thought they were just bandits. Hikaru sent out a patrol or two, but I don't recall them reporting back.
I mean, they're
because
good
they
at
got
killing.
fucking done
Besides,
in.
as you know. I'm sorry. That's all I can tell you.
No need to be sorry.
It's okay. I guess I'll find out soon enough.
There is something I've been meaning to discuss with you.
Yes, we will
Hit
help
me,
you get
homie.
that prosthetic.
Personal.
Because I think that's the
If
quest.
you
I
have
think
a
it was like
moment to spare.
briefly mentioned at some point.
Yeah. Maybe we should. I feel like that should be our priority next time we
Yeah,
record.
I agree. I agree.
Anything interesting happened while I was away?
I found an acceptable place to practice with my blade.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and where's that?
Outside, above the base. There's a nest of sunwings that are always up for a fight.
Ever thought of sparring with something that's not trying to kill you?
That would defeat the purpose of the training.
Fair.
The man's got a point.
Found anything
It is
interesting
kind
during
of
training?
interesting to me.
Gaia
Like,
told me where to find
obviously
data on how
Aloy
wars were waged in the
cares
old world.
and is
I
interested in
knew
what the
that
others
fought
have to
against
say,
machines, much as we do now.
but she's always
It
like
seemed
just a
they
little
were
more
among the
encouraging with
last
Catalo, I've
of their
noticed.
kind.
Like, yeah, I
Later,
found a new training place. She just, ooh,
machines battled other
you know.
machines
But I think
on
it's because
behalf of greedy
she
leaders
relates to the
as they
training thing.
vied for
The
land
others
Yeah.
don't do that as
spoil.
much.
At least the
Well, also,
Tanakh had
like,
the courage to put their lives on the line.
Everybody
for
that
conquest
wants to help
There is
Aloy
nobility
is
in
in
that.
some way kind of a
But maybe
burden.
we just need fewer conflicts. in the
Like,
first
that's a
place.
shitty way to say
Yes,
it, but
of
that
course.
I feel like is how she feels about it.
Hikaru
Yeah,
had
definitely.
some
They're either not strong enough in terms of like their fighting prowess, or they're not very intelligent. Kotalo recognizes that he's not the smartest of the bunch, but he is incredibly strong, and he's already deferred to her wisdom a couple times. So like, I don't know. I feel like there's just like a mutual respect there that isn't present with a lot of the companions.
What have you been up to?
yes, that, but
Varl
also
has
like,
asked to learn the differences between my people's clans, so I've been teaching him Tanakh history.
oh, that's
It is
incredible.
heavy with blood and death, but also
Everybody's history, I
honorable
think, is
deeds
unfortunately.
and vanquished tyrants.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe you'd like to hear about it as well.
I
When
would
our
love
mission is
to.
done.
I'd be honored.
Kotalo, we need to teach you glyphs so that you can put that to scribe it, you know? Be like the first real Tanakh historian.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be
What
so
do Tanakh do to relax? You know, to take a break from training.
train.
We play strike. Your Oseram friend, Erend, is surprisingly good at it.
Oh, okay, so
Although
y'all
he
do
has
actually
yet to
just
beat me.
play
It
strike.
helps one think strategically.
Yeah.
Hones the mind for tactics.
That's incredible.
Somehow that still sounds like training.
It's like relaxed training and then a personal request.
You said there was something you wanted to talk about?
And you said there wasn't going to be 20 minutes
I
left.
know, my god.
She mentioned that the Zeniths bind metal with flesh to make themselves stronger. I was wondering if you'd help me do the same.
You want to make yourself a
Absolutely.
new arm?
Yes. Gaia insists she can help me build such a thing if I can get the necessary data and materials.
Honored.
She believes these things lie in the place where Beta hid from the Zeniths.
Oh, that's St. Cauldron, okay.
Ancient research lab.
Or whatever
I am
that
not as
was.
familiar with old world machinery as you are. I could use your assistance.
If we weren't at the end of the recording session, I would go right
We were doing
fucking
it
now,
right
my
now.
guy.
We'd already be there. We'd already teleported. We'd already campfired away with you in our
Get out
arms.
of there alive the first time.
I see.
It sounds like this is worth the risk.
By the 10, we shall see it through.
Oh,
Oh, that was so sweet.
they're so sweet. Like,
Yeah.
I should get going. I've got a long
I-
day ahead.
I've sort of decided in my head, I guess I had canon, if you will, that Aloy is just ace. So, like, I
I'll call
don't...
you when I'm near the
No, I
zone.
don't ship it. I don't. I think
And
it's like
honestly, even Arrow ace.
Thank you.
It's
But,
Aloy.
like, they have such a good connection.
it's like it's not like a romantic thing in any way or a sexual thing in any way. It's like sibling also doesn't cut it. I can't pinpoint the relationship, but yes. Go for safe.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to determine is which door is going to be best for...
It's
Wow.
always the one that doesn't have you to climb, which I think might be this one.
Wait, this one you think is the one I climb out of?
No, it isn't. I think. I hope.
We'll see.
I pray. Oops.
It's not so bad.
Aloy, it's a long way to the coast. If you need to resupply en route, I suggest stopping in Falls Edge. It's a lowland clan village southwest of the Grove, in the
I
heart
think
of the
I've been
jungle.
there. Just because I stopped there
That's
to...
really nice.
That's so sweet of him to be like, by the way, it's like
Snow brought the chill.
dad-esque. You know what I'm saying? That's why
Yeah,
earlier.
it's really hard to
A
pinpoint
squad
it,
of
like you
young ones
said.
recently returned to Scalding Spear, our main settlement.
Because honestly, like, I
west of
don't think he necessarily
Apparently,
fathers
they lost a
Aloy.
soldier
No,
to
no, no,
machines
no.
during a
It's,
training mission in No Man's
But it very much is like a
Land.
kindred
Just
spirits
goes to
type
show that
thing.
the wilds
Yeah,
can be
yeah,
just as
yeah. I'll leave
dangerous
it
to
there.
the
I think
Like
trying
a-
to label it is
Like a
unnecessary, maybe.
Non-romantic soulmate type situation.
Yeah.
Music and metal. Alright, we'll go ahead and save here and call it.
Check up on her when I can.
Actually, I'll go ahead and select our boy's quest.
Yes.
What was lost? Okay. But yeah, we'll go ahead. That's what we'll start off with next time because that feels really cool and important. And I think we'll do
Yeah.
the other companion quest during the next session too, but that one is going to get priority for obvious reasons. I think we just personally love Katalo very, both of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for joining us at Tsushimi's house. As always, I've been your loving host, Master Tsushimi. If you like what you saw, make sure you like these videos as you go along. Don't forget to ding that bell so you get don't forget to subscribe so you get these videos in your sub box, and ding that bell so you get a notification when they drop in your sub box. Beyond that, there's also my Twitter, at Master Tsushimi, where I like to tweet fun stuff about video games, the occasional meme here and there. Most importantly, updates about my pup, Mr. President, aka Theodore Roosevelt, aka Teddy. Second most importantly, though, I tweet when and what I'll be streaming over at twitch.tv/MasterTsushimi. As of the time of this recording, we've been working on Elden Ring. It's been real hoot and holler. So I highly recommend it. I think at this point we are at the mountaintops of Giants. Although we may be getting ready to leave that area. It's been a little bit since I've checked on our progress really, but I really recommend checking it out. So if you already have, first and foremost, thank you so much. It means the world to me. But also, make sure you share it with friends, share it with family, share it with foes. Really anybody who you think would be into it, because we want to grow as a community. We want to be loud and proud here at Tsushimi's house, and the best way to do that is going to be through your word of mouth. With all that being said, thank you so much once again for joining me. See you in the next video, set of videos, or stream as is appropriate. And in the meantime, I hope you take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You gotta know you're in for something special. You gotta feel it in your bones. Oh, you're gonna find what you need all in time. If you're looking for it, na 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 na. If you're looking for it, na 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 na.